The impacts of climate change are unfolding in different ways around the world. The Philippines is one of the most vulnerable countries to climate change. The sea level rise, increased frequency of extreme weather events, rising temperatures, and heavy rainfall. These impacts of climate change are the fastest growing threats to people and their heritage. Welcome to the heritage village of the Philippines, Ilocos, one of the most historically rich locations in the country that mixes the colorful Ilocano culture with colonial Spanish heritage. The Ilocos region lies on the northwestern coast of Luzon. As a coastal province, this makes it extremely vulnerable to the pressures of climate change.
As a coastal province, the residents of Ilocos during the Spanish colonial period had to make efforts to protect the city from pirates and other possible invaders coming from the city.
The Spaniards often resorted to dedicated structures and critical positions across the province that would not only alert them of pirates' presence, but also contain the necessary equipment to defend the area.
One of this structure is the Bateria watchtower. This 16th century structure built by the Spaniards still stands guard along the coastline, just off the national highway of San Esteban, Ilocos.
Before, the Bateria watchtower was extremely vulnerable to the pressures of climate change. Rainwater were accumulating inside the structure. There were threats of erosion due to the strong typhoons and rising sea levels, cracking and detachment of plaster, and salt crystallization due to its exposure to natural elements. There's also biogenic deterioration and the presence of vegetation which can cause problems to the structure's integrity.
In December 2015, the National Museum of the Philippines declared this structure as a national cultural treasure. In 2016, the National Historical Commission, together with the local government, restored this tower. Now, 6 years after the conservation, let's go and take a look at it. They removed the large tree that once invaded the structure. The parts of the plaster that were detached were filled again using lime plaster. One of the major problems before was the accumulation of rainwater because the top of the watchtower is open. Now, it has a storm drainage which diverts the rainwater off of the interior and into the seashore. In order to utilize the watchtower, there's a freestanding concrete platform supported by concrete columns that can be accessed by this steel stairway.
This new feature gives the visitors an opportunity to have a rare view of how security was enforced in the town many centuries ago. The middle was left open so that this part will serve as a skylight to illuminate the lower level.
One of the impacts of climate change is stronger typhoons. That's why the development of the seawall provides a high degree of protection against coastal flooding and erosion.
Climate change has made an impact in the environment. Results are also evident in different types of structures, especially heritage structures. One of those is the Bateria watchtower in San Esteban.
One of the problems that the Bateria watchtower faces is that the plaster is cracking or exfoliating. Since it is located by the beach, it is affected not only by the high temperature and extreme weather conditions, but also from the water.
The solution that we can see here is fixing the plaster. Lime plaster is its main material. This plaster can last for centuries, flexing environmental changes, regulating moisture.
Another problem that the structure faces is alveolar decay.
pitting, and salt crystallization. Molds appear on the walls due to high humidity. Due to the presence of water and salt, and also its location, this cannot be avoided.
To maintain the original stone of the structure, preventive treatments are advised. With that, the use of lime plaster is also an efficient solution in order to keep the building dry over time.
The West Philippine Sea is undeniably one of the best seas around the world. Sitting along the West Philippine Sea at the shore of San Esteban, here lies the big and majestic Moro Watchtower. Erosion may occur when there is a continuous heavy rainfall, great clashing of waves, and strong winds. And as a solution to these problems, it is very likely to provide a slope to the existing vertical seawall. This slope will enable the waves to dissipate wave energy to repel the waves back to the sea. It is also an additional protection to the strong waves from reaching the surface. Another solution to this is planting the becawans or mangroves. These mangroves will hold on to the seafloor, and its roots will act as barriers to the big waves from the sea. These mangroves will also act as an additional wind barrier, blocking storm winds and narrowing its strong impact to the Bateria tower. Most especially, this solution will help the marine life thrive even more. And during monsoon season and at the same time typhoon season, many garbages are being washed at the shore, and these garbages are thrown away by humans. They are unconscious that they are creating one of the main contributors to the climate change. As a solution to this, so that the shore and at the same time help Mother Nature revitalize, we, the younger generations, and at the same time together with the local government unit, will be proposing a cleanup drive to clean the shore.
Since the site is along the road, air pollution is inevitable. The dirt particles from this accumulates to the walls of the structure and mix with rainwater. Due to longer rainy days, water residue is mixed with dirt, thus it creates stains. Sulfur and nitrogen oxide are released into the atmosphere when fossil fuels are burned. To clean wall stain, you will want to act promptly. The best solution is to clean the walls regularly. The local government should make an arrangement in order to designate a caretaker of the area. The maintenance through regular cleaning is the best and economical way to preserve the structure. Plant growth are greatly affected by the environment. Due to the long dry season that we experience in the province, as an effect of climate change, potted plants are not suitable and high maintenance. For suitable approach, we are proposing to create a plant strip. Plants will no longer potted because they will be planted straight to the soil.
The spaces among soil particles also contain water which move upward through plants. The root system will extend outward through soil, thereby stabilizing the plant.
Maintaining genius loci refers to the distinctive sense of place, the atmosphere and character of the site. As you can see, the site has elements that doesn't quite match the spirit of place.
We are proposing a vegan-themed design approach to showcase our Spanish and Ilocano heritage and choose the right materials that will match the spirit of place. We will use permeable brick pavers for sustainability and to prevent the accumulation of rainwater on the ground. We will also change the stairs and railings into wood so that it won't rust, and in order for it to match the character of the place.
The climate crisis isn't just threatening our future, it is also threatening our cultural heritage as well.
We could lose some of our treasured landmarks because of the unpredictable climate.
Adaptation and utilization are the only means to reduce the unavoidable cost of climate change.
As heritage watchers, our goal is to protect and hand on our cultural treasures to the next generation.